You're listening to a podcast all about the Canadian province of Quebec. I'm Ben Whitmarsh. With me is Rosalind Herbert from Tourism Quebec. Coming up in just a moment, I'm going to be talking about other places to go and things to do in this most magic of places. But first, here are a few things you may not know about Quebec. John Lennon and Yoko Ono held their legendary bed-in from May the 26th to June the 2nd, 1969 in Suite 1742 at the Fairmont Queen Elizabeth Hotel in downtown Montreal. They wrote and recorded the peace anthem, Give Peace a Chance, there. And according to Quebecois... Am I pronouncing that right? How do I say that?
Québécois.
Quebecois. Okay, start again. According to Quebecois tradition, you're doomed to have 7 years bad sex if you don't look into each other's eyes whilst drinking a toast. I will be quizzing Rosalind in just a few moments about that particular one. Legend has it that maple syrup was first discovered by the Amerindians in Quebec. During a heated row, apparently, an angry husband threw an axe at his wife. He missed her, but the axe struck the tree, et voila, the sap poured out. The province now produces 80% of the world's maple syrup, so worth trying some of that whilst you're over there. Following an old Scottish tradition, every year in Montreal, approximately 100,000 families move house on the 1st of July. That must look rather odd as well. And during the summer of 2006, the mayor of Percé, I believe, am I pronouncing that correct?
Absolutely right, yes.
That's a coastal town on the eastern tip of the Gaspé Peninsula. I'm getting a nod there as well. Mr. Georges Mamelon performed underwater weddings. A diver himself for 35 years, the mayor had been receiving requests to perform weddings all year round, even in winter, under the ice. And screens are going to be installed to allow guests to follow the ceremony next time. That must have looked rather odd, Rosalind.
It must have been pretty strange, yes.
A lot of famous singer-songwriters and bands come from Quebec, and they come from all over the musical spectrum, from Celine Dion to Leonard Cohen. Probably aren't many people who have tunes from both of those artists on their MP3 player. Also newer artists like Rufus Wainwright and Arcade Fire, showing that the music scene is very much alive and kicking over there. And I suppose, Rosalind, it shows that it, like we were talking about, it very much is a cultural centre as well.
Absolutely, yeah. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, festivals and things like that. What kind of, along those lines, do you have in Quebec?
Well, the province of Quebec is very famous for all its festivals, but the main ones that you would look at would be the Jazz Festival at the end of June, the Just for Laughs Festival,
yes.
Also in Montreal at the end of July, and the Summer Festival in Quebec City. And most of the concerts are free of charge, which is makes it available to a lot of people. So this is very interesting. And
also staying with the arts, Cirque du Soleil started in Quebec, is that right?
Cirque du Soleil started in Quebec. They started as a small street performers about 25 years ago in their own little village, and then they started creating this unique in the world, and now they're performing all over the planet, and they have permanent shows in Las Vegas, and they're touring around in Australia and Japan, and they're still performing in Montreal. They have a new show coming, so they're fantastic.
Now, I touched on it a little earlier on. According to Quebecois tradition, you're doomed to have 7 years bad sex if you don't look into each other's eyes whilst drinking a toast. You know, how much research has been done into this?
I have absolutely no idea, but I like to think that it's true. So you
I don't know how much I should probe on this particular question. I don't know if I should rein back a bit.
No, you don't want to try. You don't want to test it.
No worries. We'll try a drink a bit later on, and we'll test that out. Anyway, goodness me, it's getting a bit blue now. And now, climate-wise and things like that, as you're probably aware, the Brits are obsessed with weather and things like that. When's the best time to go over there? Weather-wise?
Well, it's good to come all year round, because it depends on what you like to do. If you're into sports, you would like to try all the winter activities that we have to offer in Quebec. And contrary to what people think, it's not that cold when you're well dressed, and we have a fantastic winter. The days are dry, and when it's very cold, the sky is perfectly blue. So it makes it very unique and very fun to do winter activities in Quebec. And in the summertime, well, we have temperatures going up to 30, 32, to even 35 degrees sometimes in the city.
So you're going to get a suntan.
You can get a suntan. You can sleep. You can swim in the lakes, and because the temperature of the water is very, very comfortable.
Now, finally, away from Montreal and Quebec, where should one go if you want to explore away from the city areas?
Well, I would say you follow the St. Lawrence River. So on each side of St. Lawrence River, you'll find nice little villages. On the northern side, it's mountainous, so you'll have national parks over there. You can do some hiking. We have a fjord, the Saguenay Fjord. It's the southernmost fjord in the world, on which you can do some sea kayaking. You can do the whale watching in that fjord. It's also a park on each side of the fjord. It's a national park, so very well preserved. We take very good care of our nature in Quebec.
Now, of course, people who have downloaded this podcast are already pretty web savvy. They know their technology. So where should one be going on the web to get the best information about Quebec?
Well, the website is www.bonjourquebec.co.uk, on which you'll have the offers from all the tour operators from United Kingdom.
Roselyne Herbert from Tourism Quebec, thank you very much. So there you go. You have no excuses. Get over to Quebec, a jewel in North America. And also remember to take this podcast with you, just so you know exactly what to do. Roselyne, merci.
Thank you.